Well, I'm gonna. So, yes, welcome to another episode of the Bae Sauce Show, guys. I am your host, Ben. Now, if you watched my previous video, or one I've done recently, I was changing the rear brake pads on my E36 because the hydro wasn't working that well, and I think that's the main issue with it. Now, I bought vented ones for it, and mine's a 325, which originally has solid. Now, obviously, I didn't think of this when we ordered them, that the vented ones are going to be wider than the solid ones. So when I went to replace them, it turns out that I also needed new calipers and carriers. The code I used, or well, the number I used on Euro Car Parts to get those discs and pads were for Joe's car, and that's a 328 Sport. So what I've done is got calipers and carriers off of another 328 Sport, so they should be all right. Now, obviously, as you can see, they look pretty bad-ish. Well, one's a little bit nicer than the other one. I think one of them's not so nice. So I'm going to clean them up a bit first. Hit them with a little bit of paint just to make them look good. I'm only doing them black because I don't need like neon ones, or I know my front ones are red, but so I'm just going to... This ain't really a how-to video or anything. It's just, you know, watch me do this kind of business. So, first thing I'm going to do is get a wire wheel on a drill and just go at them, really. Now, if you're looking for a video... Oh, f me. So, if you're looking for a video to show you how to replace the brake pads and discs, this isn't the one. I'm going to leave a link to the previous video showing you how to remove the brake pads and brake discs. If you're going, oh, I'm going to upgrade mine as well, you can watch that one, or, yeah, and it's basically the same apart from when it comes to putting everything back on and taking stuff off, I'm taking the caliper out, which is just unbolt there from the line, and putting a different one in. Nothing else needs to be changed, just the disc pads, calipers and carriers. I'm not going to separate the carriers from the calipers because I can't be bothered. I don't really see the point. I'm only literally just cleaning them up and dusting a bit of black over them just to make them look a little bit better. What I'm going to want, obviously, is a screwdriver to remove that thing. Annoyingly, I left my light down the unit. Could kind of do with that now. Not only for you guys to see, but also for me to see, because I only have one light in here and it's kind of casting a shadow. Yeah, because that wants to go up. That wants to levering out. I don't know why it's being... Because I can't see! Can't see! Actually, I actually genuinely even can't see that well at the moment, so that's not good. Oh, there we are. That was almost it. There we are. Right. Get that out. Knock this bad boy out. Bit of force and just that off over there. And with the same one, now obviously at home you might put your old stuff in a different place. Mine just goes to the corner of the shed. Yeah, I'm going to push this piston back in. I need something to catch that water. Oh, do you know what? We'll just squeeze it out and we'll deal with that later. There we are. So we want to mostly make sure we push all the piston back in for two reasons. One, when it comes to putting new pads and that in and putting them back on the disc. And three, it's going to be annoying if I paint all of that and then a load of brake fluid goes over it. There was actually a bit more in there than what I thought, so, but not an issue. We'll just get some blue roll and just sort of do that with it. I've sort of been welding on this work surface, and that just go over there as well. Now, what I'm going to do is flip that over like that. Flip that over like that. Now, you'll want to wear a mask, gloves, maybe some eyewear. No, definitely some eyewear when doing this, because with one of these bad boys, what's spinning like that, these little things fly off. So do that or something. Now, I'm not going to go mad and make these all go back to shiny metal, because I'm only dusting it over. However, already I'm doing a better job than some other YouTubers I've watched doing it, who paint the calipers on the car through the wheels and don't even prep up any of the metal. So yeah, basically is what I'm saying.
We are Prodigy.
Okay, so that's them done. I know I said I wasn't going to really bare metal them, but I remembered I had this foamy disc thing that was for getting rid of rust on my angle grinder, so I thought, why am I messing around with a wire wheel on a drill attachment when I could just do that? You obviously you just saw the comparison and how easy it was compared to the wire wheel. And I know I said I was going to wear a mask, however, both of my masks are pretty shit because I haven't used them in such a long time. So what I'd done was, once I'd done all that, I just went inside, washed my face and then blew my nose, and it was basically the same as wearing a mask. So yeah, what we're going to do now is dust some paint on them, quite frankly. What I'm going to do is wipe them over with a bit of disc brake cleaner just to clear any contaminants and stuff on, because I know they're still covered in rust quite a bit, but if I do as good as possible of a shit job, then yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. What we got going on? We have got some electrical contact cleaner. Wim Wham over there. Some more on there. Yes, yes. Cool. Then what we're going to do is a bit of blue tear. Oh, so yeah. It's already dried up before I started wiping it. Okay, give me a chance, guys. Come on. Right. Look at that. That's already coming out better, I think. Coming out better. Well, it's already taken dirt off. So we'll just do that again. Like I say, this ain't anything drastic. I'm only doing this so that my handbrake can work, so that I can. It's a bit better chasing people. Like I said, if you watch the other one about the brake pads, when I buy the wrong discs and pads, or my calipers and carriers don't fit. I don't really use the hydro that much. Like I only recently put one in over winter, and it hasn't worked all year. And I've done 2 drift days of that so far. And I don't use it because this year I've only done 2. Got a 3rd one at the end of October. I don't really use the hydro. However, when it gets more that I'm going out with people and getting like closer, it'd be nice to have one, because I've only been driving like Santa Pod, and I've done Linden Hill as well. Linden Hill would have been nice to have a hydro. I did used to use one back when I had my old white one. But I'd still enter with a flick and a fucking kick, because that just looks cooler than going down and like that. But when it came to that first corner, because you're sort of entering at like 70 to 80 miles an hour, you flick it from one end of the track back round the other way, and as you're that way, you just want to dab the hydro just a couple of times just to help elongate the drift. Because otherwise you end up just diving into the corner and you can't enter as early and whatnot. So yeah. Now what we're going to do is get some high heat. I mean, I've just paid £10 for this or something like that, and all I'm doing is like, I'm just going to do a light dusting over it. I don't really have any other paint anyway. Little test that on the wall. Yes. Okay. So you're right. I'm not going to bother masking anything up because just doing the brakey bits. I didn't really clean these up, did I? Oh well. Now, yeah, well, actually, I was going to paint them by brush because I do have some high temp stuff in a tin, but I want to get this thing done today, and I thought if I do it with a brush, it comes out thicker and it takes longer to dry, and I'm not down for that. Now I'm going to go a bit thicker onto this second coat. Now, once again, you want to do this with a mask on or in a well ventilated area. Whereas me, I ain't got a mask on and my door's closed at the moment because my dad's out there with a mother. Yeah. Lovely. Nice stuff, nice. Looking good, mate. Right, I'm going to leave those to dry for now. And might put another coat on them later. But what I'm going to do now is, while these are drying, is jack the car up, get the wheels off and get the brakes all off and everything. So these can go straight on and hopefully it'll work. Okay, very nice.
That was Borat.
These are now painted. They're pretty much dry enough anyway. So I just need to put the new pads in them. I have already taken off the old disc brakes. The calipers are still sitting there because I don't want all the brake fluid to go anywhere. Yes, I have ran paint around here just to protect it a little bit. And yes, it has gone onto the disc. Now, don't try and at me in the comments for that one, basically because I see a lot of people arguing with people on the internet about, oh, you can't paint the discs. Well, as soon as you drive down the road, that stuff's going to burn off straight away. And if it doesn't, then you want to have a look at why your brakes aren't fucking working. So, yeah. So all I need to do now then is just fit the new calipers and carriers, boomf on there. Put all the stuff back on. Already got my adapter on this side because I run that 5x114 for the better fitment. These are the old horrible discs that are solid, dimpled and grooved. Yeah, let's put it all back together. Okay, so what are we doing now, Ben? Well, we are putting the new pads in. Now, they're different, as you can see. This one's got a spring on it, this one doesn't. The one with the spring goes into the piston. It's probably be a bit easier with the carrier out. Oh, no, there we are. Like that. Wow, there's still loads of shit in these. And then, yeah, don't put it in that way, no. Put it in this way. Look at this hole. Mate, if someone didn't have their OJ in the way. Oh, I got one end. Oh, I got paint on my finger. Come on, you bastard! Bit of a tight fit going on. However, bit of perseverance, you'll be surprised what a man can fit into. Look at that. And you just sort of wang that in here somehow. Like that. Oh, f***ed up my fresh paint. Yeah, one caliper done. That's ready to go onto the disc now. This one, so you know which side, this one's a passenger side one, or left hand side, depending on what side your steering wheel's on. It points down to the hose, so it sits on there like that and the hose goes up into it like that. So this will be a passenger side one. And then we'll do the same on this side. Right, old caliper off, new one on. Obviously, putting the pads in, I probably got dirt on the pads, but I didn't bother cleaning them yet because you're going to leak brake fluid changing the calipers over anyway. So just clean them up now, wipe off any of the, the excess oil on there because that might drip on the disc. Run around, and the discs do come coated in a stuff that protects them from rusting and stuff like that. It is an oily coating, so it's worth just washing it off a bit with some disc brake cleaner. We're going to line these bad boys up and hope they fit. Okay, got the calipers and carriers installed. had to take this one back off and push the piston out again because it wasn't quite getting on. Now got to bleed it with a one-man bleed kit, which is pretty sweet. Used it quite a few times. Had to use mole grips on my bleed nipple here because it was rounded to fuck. Oh, fucking hell, there we are. Right, either way, that should be enough. So basically what I've got to do is put that on there, and then I've got to keep squeezing the brake pedal and topping up the reservoir, and it'll push fluid through. Right, that should be most of the dirty water out. Dirty water, dirty oil and that. So just nip it up a little. Yeah. Nice. Put it all back together and we'll give it a test. Okay guys, so everything is now done up. Bled, wheels are back on. Can't see me, go back into the light. So now what I need to do is just take it for a test drive. I'm gonna wash my hands because, you know, nardy steering wheel and that. And then yeah, I'll go for a little spin in it. Kind of annoying, but like I said, I think it felt like the brakes still need bleeding. I mean, it was weird because it did lock up in some places. When I swerved a bit and done it, it locked up. I don't know, it's kind of hard just doing it down the road because you're not supposed to be doing it anyway. So I don't know, or maybe the pads just need to wear in a bit. We'll see. We'll see tomorrow, and I'll report back. It probably won't be at the end of this video. No, I'm gonna end the video here. I'll report back on another one of my videos. I'm currently in the process of making another video, sort of like the vlogging setup for our drift days, sort of like what we do the month before and just other general stuff. Like I've got Joe coming around tomorrow, and we're doing a dual caliper setup on his car. If you did enjoy this kind of video, like where I've done a bit more of a vloggy style thing, do please leave a comment and let me know. And if you haven't already, like, come on, subscribe to me. Jeez, guys, come on. Right, peace out. No, don't say shit like that. Just f***ing, I don't know, tyres. That's it. See you later.